Hi everyone, my name is Ha from Vietnam. So I gonna share my experience or ideas about several things when I get here. First of all, New Zealand culture is really different from Vietnam's culture. Here, people more respect each other. I feel like I have the kind of individual space for me. People not really asking too much in emotional question or try to interrupt with my personal life. It quite a little bit different from my back home in my country, because in my country when I go to a new school, everyone gonna know it, all the neighbor, all the family and all the relatives. So it's really the big thing different about New Zealand culture. The second one here is so diverse, so I can feel like alone or like different, because when I walk on the street or get in the bus, a lot of like different nationality, different color, different kind of where we come from, it's all together. So I feel like I'm not different, but compared to my hometown, they are all Vietnamese. So yes, you're gonna feel really excluded if you come from different country. Yes, so move on to several things about how welcoming New Zealand did to me. It's really good. I remember when my second days on my orientation at school, I get in to share the how you say that, the Maori house, when people do the event touching head, touching forehead, touching nose, say hi to each other. They mostly talk in Maori language. I really don't understand, but I can feel how welcome, how respect they do to me, how open they want me to be joining the culture. And it was really interesting experience. And on the orientation day at school, we had chance to each country talk a little bit things about where you from, what is your song, and we interact with each other. So, and we can learn some New Zealand slang about what is popular, what is people mean for that. Some things are a little bit different from the meaning was by itself. Example for sweet ass. Yes, if I don't know it before, I gonna misunderstand this thing. So it's really good. And about the Vietnamese group over here, we have quite a few. And when I see a lot of Vietnamese restaurants, I'm really happy for that, because I can eat my hometown food. Normally the food they make here a little bit different, because we couldn't have a lot of ingredients grown from Vietnam, but they still adapt it with New Zealand food and still keep the Vietnam's culture and Vietnam atmosphere in the restaurants and everything going on. So I'm really like it. And about the culture, we got the same as Chinese. So our big event or festival is aligned with Chinese. So we have a big group about that. So it's really good. Yeah, thank you.
Alright, so there are three questions that I'm going to answer about the New Zealand culture compared to my culture. I'm from Colombia. So the first thing is that I certainly cannot say how welcome the New Zealand culture was, because I'm actually involved with most of my friends and colleagues at work are immigrants. So I cannot tell you 100% how welcome they were. But I feel that this is a multicultural country, so they welcome everyone in this country. I feel like that. The second thing is that this is a completely different culture from my culture, which I like. I prefer this kind of environment for me, for my family, and that's why I'm here. I'm trying to fit into that culture. I feel that we're doing pretty well, and that if you come with that idea of being part of this, it's very easy to just fit on it. And the third thing is, how do I feel with this kind of culture about Colombian things going on around and restaurants and everything? I actually feel really, I don't know, like at home. I actually work at a Latin American restaurant. I'm kind of an ambassador of my country, of my culture here in New Zealand, and that makes me feel so proud. I love my country, I love my culture, so being part of that here in New Zealand makes me feel really happy. And when I get the chance to go to Colombian restaurants, visit Colombian friends, I'm always happy about that. So that's it. I hope this worked for you guys, and thank you.
Hi, kia ora everyone. My name is Jan Kudo. I'm a student at Unitech. This is my second semester, and I'm originally from India. The reason why I've come to New Zealand actually to study at Unitech is because New Zealand and Kiwi culture is quite liberal and is quite welcoming. And I'm also a person who likes to read a lot of statistics. So you open any of these statistics and you usually see, New Zealand doing quite well, on all these human development index and cultural indexes. My experience so far being in Auckland and New Zealand is quite positive. Kiwis in general are quite accepting and quite welcoming. There are heaps of different cultures over here, from Asia, from Middle East, from South America. So it's a really good opportunity actually to interact with people from different cultures and learn from them. How different is Kiwi culture to my own Indian culture? I think what stands out is that in Indian culture, I think we make decisions like from a cultural from a group point of view, while Kiwis are a bit more individualistic. I think that's one of the reasons also why, although New Zealand is quite inclusive, it's a bit difficult sometimes to meet Kiwis or make Kiwi friends quite fast compared to the other international students, because Kiwis usually just keep to themselves. So speaking about diversity in general, I quite like and quite appreciate how different ethnicities are represented in Auckland. For example, me being of Indian origin, there are heaps of Indian restaurants. We just had the Diwali celebrations on this weekend. So I really love how, we are quite represented in a very positive aspect. But besides even my own Indian culture, for example, I can attend Latin events to experience South American culture, or I can attend the Lantern Festival at the Auckland Domain to experience Oriental and Chinese culture. So I think it's really quite inclusive and quite a good enrichful experience from a cultural point of view being a student in New Zealand at Unitech.